Everything happening with that illegal deportation case is exactly what this administration wants. It's going beautifully for them. For those of you who don't know, Kilmar Abrego Garcia is an illegal Venezuelan immigrant who's been living in this country for quite some time. And I already know a lot of people think that, well, if you're an illegal, you should be automatically deported, but there's more. The grounds for his deportation is questionable at best, which is why our court system decided he shouldn't be deported. Our current administration even admitted that deporting him over to El Salvador was a clerical error, but they have yet to rectify it, even though our legal system has told them to. For those of you who don't know, we have three branches of government: the legislative branch, which is Congress, the executive branch, which is the president, and then we have the judicial branch, which is pretty much our entire court system, including the Supreme Court. And if any court in our judicial branch says that what anybody, including the president, is doing is illegal or unconstitutional, then the president has to respect it. Of course, the court ruling can be contested and it can be shot all the way up to the Supreme Court, in which this case it was. And our Supreme Court, the highest judicial office in the country, has said that the deportation of Mr. Garcia is in fact illegal. The Supreme Court has ruled that our government has to facilitate this man's return, and the word facilitate has been loosely interpreted, so they're trying to deny that this man has to be returned back to the United States. This is sparking a potential constitutional crisis, which is exactly what this administration wants. It is an ultimate distraction. There is a good chance that this will cause a wave of mass deportations all across the country. We have seen a 20% drop of U.S. border apprehensions in the South. And as more time passes and these deportations keep taking place, the immigrants that choose to stay, including their children, are going to be terrified. Scared and desperate immigrants in this country will do more work now for even less money than they're currently getting paid. That was on purpose. This will lead to an overall drop in safety conditions and wages for the average unskilled American worker. There's a labor shortage. Then we'll see wages either stagnate or drop just a little bit. Unless, of course, the plan is to have something else. The repeal of child labor laws, which Florida is already working on. But nobody's paying attention to this, nor are they looking at a massive wave of deregulation that is currently taking place, because the media is filling us with this outrage that our administration is fueling on purpose. Now the administration has supplied such a significant distraction, not only in human rights and this illegal deportation, but a potential constitutional crisis, which will scare everybody. The deregulation of child labor standards would be a huge boon for the system we have today, because it will guarantee that a lot of these kids who start working at 13 or 14 will most likely not pay as much attention to their studies as they will just earning a right to live. As someone who started working when he was 13 and going to school, I could tell you this is very difficult, and my studies hurt a lot because of this. I ended up having to quit because it affected my studies so much, but I had that privilege. A lot of families, millions of them, don't. And this deregulation will disproportionately affect poorer families over the wealthier ones. It is just another method of dumbing down the American population so the top 1 or 5% can keep doing whatever they want. So while everybody is in a mess, making a lot of loud noises and getting nothing done over this current immigration case, very quietly off to the side where most people don't see, regulations and protections are being stripped away bit by bit. I am the Geo Hussar, and the only effective means of protest in this country is to stop consuming, or at least lower it dramatically. Thanks for watching.